Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the block.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Back to throw. They'll buy some time right. They'll try and run it. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards.
Come on, set. 60-yard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Williams loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Does the big boy have the juice? And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Go. 15, 59.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun to give to Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run here with Mixon, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back in.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 25 yards that time.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
Back to throw now on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Stays on his feet. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche.
And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Point after, right down the middle. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Smooth. Get it.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Fortzer. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. From the 17, Tannehill to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
Derrick Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now Tannehill, and it's caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of it. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken the lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, then it converted a second time for 6 points.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, Britt.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Tannehill, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A first down carry for Henry. A gain of 3, second down.
Come on.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. To throw is Tannehill.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On second down, Mixon. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 30, 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Henry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll run with Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Anthony Ferkser there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Switch up, switch up.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Joe Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Come on, set. 10 over. Check 55, Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll set up to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get back. Let's go.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Do it.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab, and the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point safely through, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 4. Open man is Uzama. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzama, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This fielded at the 2. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and the Titans are in for 6. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Leggett. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Tannehill.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
A very solid gain of 27. Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Tannehill now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right side here, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Again, it's Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll look to throw to Mixon on the check down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
That is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Complete to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Henry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Yo, Rocky, come on.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
Hey, let's go.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Here's Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Steps away to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceit. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. It's caught inside the 5. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
That right now... that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now this throw caught left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone?
Oh, man, it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Strong left. You got three down. Ready.
Back to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot?
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now it's Tannehill, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He'll drop to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give it a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Boy, another big play late here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now Tannehill, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. Again, Tannehill toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw here. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.